Hello everyone, welcome to another video, and today about chapter 6, and the topic of discussion will be digestion. Now digestion is the process nutrition. So after nutrition, so we have known about what are the types of nutrition. Now let's move into how are the food that we take in are actually digested and absorbed within the body, and we will discuss about the process of digestion in human. So let us see what happens in the human body and what are the chemicals present that actually helps in digestion of different types of the food. I mean by different types I mean carbohydrates, proteins, fats and lipids. So let's see what actually happens. So our digestion first starts in the mouth. So what is present in the mouth that makes the digestion possible? The first thing present in the mouth is saliva. And this saliva contains an enzyme called the salivary amylase. This enzyme, the salivary amylase, actually helps in digestion of carbohydrates. Okay, so this is the function of the enzyme present in salivary amylase. Now, you may have a doubt on what are actually enzymes. So enzymes are actually call them catalysts. Now what are catalysts? Catalysts are substances that actually help in increasing the speed of a reaction without taking part in the reaction. So they will not be involved in the reaction, they will only increase the speed of a reaction. Just like in case of making rice. Every day we make rice. Now the speed of making rice is increased with the help of fire or any sort of heat. So heat here acts as a catalyst. I mean, this is an analogy. This is heat is not an enzyme. So any substance in a chemical reaction that increases the speed of the reaction is called a catalyst. Now, enzyme is a biocatalyst. Why is it a biocatalyst? Because it is present in living organisms. So, all the enzymes are biocatalysts that actually help to speed up the reaction. So, here this enzyme, the salivary amylase, will actually help in speeding up the reaction to digest carbohydrates. So, how actually does the carbohydrate digestion take place? Now, in the carbohydrate digestion, it is given in your book. What is given is that uh, complex carbohydrates are converted to simpler carbohydrates. So what actually happens? So the food that we take in is of a complex form, obviously. Now this complex form of carbohydrate is actually converted by two steps. In the first step, it gets converted to a compound called maltose. maltose, maltose, and this maltose will ultimately get converted to glucose, which is the simplest form of carbohydrate, and this glucose can be utilized for further purpose. Now this complex carbohydrate converting to maltose is carried out by our enzyme salivary amylase. Okay, the enzyme that we talked about now. This salivary amylase will convert complex carbohydrate into maltose. This maltose is actually converted into glucose with the help of an enzyme called maltase. This is an enzyme that helps to convert the maltose into glucose. Okay, so that is how the conversion of complex carbohydrates to glucose takes place. It means complex carbohydrates are converted to simple carbohydrates with the help of salivary amylase. Now, one thing I need you to know is that this part, the maltase part, is not actually required for your exam. This is just for your knowledge that how actually the process takes place. In your NCERT book, you will not find the presence of any enzyme named maltase, and maltose is also not mentioned. So, if you want, you can skip this part. This is not required for exam purpose. This is just for your knowledge. So, this is what happens inside the mouth of the human body. Now let us move into the second part, that is the stomach. This is a very important part because here we have the digestion of protein starts in the stomach. So what actually happens in our stomach? Now in stomach we have an enzyme called pepsin, pepsin. Pepsin helps in digestion of protein. Now, protein digestion inside the stomach is actually partial digestion. It is not complete digestion. Partial means a part of the protein digestion starts. The first part of protein digestion starts with pepsin. Now, pepsin is not functional in the absence of an acidic environment. So, pepsin will only work properly if an acidic environment is present. Now, this acidic environment is created by the acid called HCl, the most common acid that we know, hydrochloric acid. Hydrochloric acid is secreted into the stomach by the cells of the stomach. So, stomach cells actually form the acid HCl. So, once the food enters the stomach cells will release this HCl, and as a result, an acidic environment will be created. Once the acidic environment is created, our enzyme, that is pepsin, will be able to convert the protein into simpler forms. Now, what actually happens in case of protein? Now, this part that I'm going to tell you right now is not needed for the exam. This is for your knowledge only. So, what actually happens in case of when pepsin actually acts? So, this and the pepsin, this is the enzyme. So, how it acts? We have our protein. Now, protein again gets divided in, means digested in two steps. First, the protein will be converted into something called peptide, and then this peptide is converted into amino acid. Now, amino acid is the building block of protein. It is the simplest form of protein. So, proteins, when they are broken down, the simplest form they form is the amino acid. Now, protein is converted to peptide, and this conversion, protein to peptide, is done by our enzyme pepsin. Pepsin helps in conversion of protein to peptide. Peptide to amino acid is not done inside the stomach. This happens in the next step, which we are going to talk about in a few minutes. So, inside the stomach, the HCl helps the enzyme pepsin to convert protein into peptides. Okay, now what are proteins and what are peptides? These are currently not required, but still, if you want to know, let me give you a brief idea. Amino acids are actually the what can I say, the smallest building units. Okay, suppose these are molecules of amino acids. When amino acids join together to form a single chain, it is called a peptide. When multiple chains, means when multiple peptides come and join together, they form a protein. So here are three chains. When they start, or they start making bonds, this thing is called a protein. Okay, so what happens here? Pepsin actually helps in converting this protein into peptides. Okay, so it will separate it out into individual chains, and ultimately these individual chains will be broken down into simple amino acids. So pepsin helps in this conversion of this protein into the peptides. This is what happens inside the stomach. Now let us move into our next part, that is the small intestine. Now, small intestine is another important part because here two types of digestion take place. What are the two types of digestion? The first one is that of protein again, and this is done by the enzyme trypsin. Trypsin helps in the digestion of protein, and then we have digestion of lipids, which is done by the enzyme lipase. Okay, so trypsin helps in digestion of protein, lipase helps in digestion of lipids. Now again, how do this act? So as I have just told you that inside the stomach, pepsin converts the proteins to peptides. So the conversion of the peptide to amino acids is done by the enzyme called trypsin. Okay, so trypsin will convert peptide into amino acids. So complete digestion of protein takes place inside the small intestine. I hope you understood this part. And also, in addition to this, we have another function, that is lipids. the lipids or fats are converted into fatty acids with the help of the enzyme lipase. Okay, so these two things happen inside the small intestine. Now, one more important point that you should note, that this enzyme trypsin, just like it requires a special environment. Now, trypsin will not work if it does not contain or if it does not have a basic environment. Now, in order to have a basic environment, it is secreted, which is called the bile or bile juice or bile salt. The bile is produced by the liver and it is stored in the gallbladder. We have an organ called gallbladder. I hope all of you know about this. There is an organ called gallbladder which stores the bile. This gallbladder will secrete the bile into the small intestine when food enters the small intestine. Okay, so when food enters into the small intestine, at this point of time, will be secreted into the small intestine. This bile creates a basic environment. So when this basic environment is created, our enzyme that is trypsin will help in converting the peptide into amino acid. Okay, so that is how it happens. The food enters the small intestine, bile is released into the small intestine, and then trypsin will get the basic environment, and hence it will convert peptides into amino acids. Ultimately, after the digestion is completed, what happens? After the digestion process is completed, what is required by the body is absorption of the digested product. So this absorption takes place in the small intestine, and as a result, in order to improve the absorption process, you will find finger-like projections in the small intestine, the walls of the small intestine. These sort of finger-like projections. These finger-like projections are called villi. villi, villi. So villi will actually help in increasing the surface area of the walls of the small intestine. Since these are like curved, so curvature increases the surface area. With increasing surface area means there will be more surface. So if there is more surface, there will be more absorption. So absorption increases inside the small intestine. Similarly, when the food enters large intestine, some amount of water is again absorbed by the walls of the large. Ultimately, the undigested food excretes the body through the anus. So this is all about the process of digestion. I hope you all understood our process, how the food is digested inside our own bodies, that is inside human bodies. If you have any confusion regarding this, make sure you ask me in the comment section or you can contact me directly. So thank you everyone for watching, and until next time, cheers.